House Speaker Mike Johnson secures major win as Congress approves $9 billion in spending cuts. By Fox News on July 18, 2025. In a significant legislative victory for fiscal conservatives, House Speaker Mike Johnson has secured the passage of a $9 billion rescissions package, the first of its kind in decades, aimed at cutting government spending on foreign aid and public broadcasting. The bill now heads to President Donald Trump's desk, where he is expected to sign it into law. The Rescissions Act of 2025 passed the House on Friday with a narrow 216 to 213 vote, mostly along party lines. This marks the culmination of a complex legislative process that began in early June and represents a high-profile test of Republican priorities and Speaker Johnson's leadership. What is a rescissions package? A rescission is a formal process under the 1974 Impoundment Control Act that allows the president to propose canceling previously approved spending. Congress must act within 45 days, and the proposal is not subject to Senate filibuster, making it easier to pass with a simple majority. This current package, first proposed by President Trump on June 3, targets $9.4 billion in cuts. After Senate negotiations and amendments, the final figure settled at $9 billion. Key spending cuts. The approved package focuses on two major areas. 1. Public broadcasting, $1.1 billion. The bill eliminates all federal funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, CPB, over the next 2 fiscal years. CPB supports over 1,500 public radio and television stations, including NPR and PBS. Republicans argue that public broadcasting has drifted too far left and can sustain itself through private and local funding. Taxpayers should not be subsidizing liberal media, said Rep. Byron Donalds, R. Florida. Critics say the cuts will disproportionately affect rural communities that depend on public media for local news, education, and emergency alerts. Senator Lisa Murkowski, RAC, who voted against the bill in the Senate, warned that, in Alaska, public broadcasting delivers tsunami, wildfire, and landslide alerts. It's life or death. Democrats also raised alarms about the loss of programming for children and underserved communities. We're defunding Big Bird and educational resources for millions, said Rep. Jamie Raskin, DMD. 2. Foreign aid. $7.9 billion. The majority of the cuts come from international programs funded through USAID and the State Department. These include $800 million from refugee assistance, $496 million from global disaster relief, $4.15 billion from economic development and democratic governance programs. Other unspecified reductions in food aid, clean water access, and health care services. The Senate removed a proposed $400 million cut to PEPFAR, the Global AIDS Relief Program, following bipartisan backlash. That funding will remain intact. Republicans argued that foreign assistance should be scrutinized during a time of domestic budget tightening. We cannot continue borrowing money from China to send aid to other countries when Americans are struggling at home, said Speaker Johnson. Democrats warned the cuts could undermine U.S. influence abroad and create vacuums for adversaries like China and Russia. This is not just penny pinching, it's geopolitically dangerous, said Rep. Gregory Meeks, DNY, ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs